We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Yeah. They are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, a dear heritage, biased and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna praise us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh, yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home. I
reminisce way back 1967. Death toll and the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of a hero's blood. Abagana Zobuni wave was stronger than flood, but the juke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my vein. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. I see the rising sun from Africa. Oh, this is time of victory. Oh, yeah. I see future in Africa. Oh yeah, people of Biafra. See light shining on the world. Oh yeah.
What's that, Martin? We're not fighting each other. We know where we're going. We're going to get Biafra. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better because it will come far more quicker. I can assure you. If Biafra is fighting for you, no one will touch your property. If you're fighting alone, you're bound to lose it. So Biafra is the best. We will become the 16th member country of ECOWAS. If Nigeria doesn't release those properties, then we'll take them to court and we'll get them back. Even twice the value. The Jews had investments all over the world. Most of the priceless artifacts and paintings belong to many families in Germany. It was stolen by the Nazi Party. Do you know that? Eventually, they got everything back with compensation on top of it. That's what we're going to do. If you touch our investments, we'll come back for you, and we'll know where we can get it from. So there is nothing for anyone to worry about. It's only if I'm not stopping you from being a Nigerian. If you are born on the streets of Lagos and you want to be a Lagosian and your name is Adama, oh well and good. There's no problem.
Onye si na-agata anya ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee dị adịta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọhịa nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra ebe ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekosịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekosịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi na-ekwu ndị iro anyị anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe dịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe emilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememiri Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero ka ọ guzo n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị ga-ebi ka o wee taa akọkọ igiri ụtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ nwa bụ ekere eluigwe n'ụwa nwunye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị nwe anyị gwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama ma akọ na okwu gị na-anọgide ego ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening program. I appreciate every one of you that have joined, wherever you are connecting from. Like and share the program to other platforms, share to family and friends. Invite people to join us. Send the message to someone else. Click like as you join, very important, so that we can send this message to the ends of the world. Wherever you are watching from, I welcome you and I thank you for joining us on this very evening program. It's going to be a very quick one. So let us pay attention and spend the little time we have to spend together. My fellow Biafrans, remember, in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come to preach hate, neither do we come to attack people or individuals. All we do here is to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. All we do here is to encourage Biafrans and also encourage the support of our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. A lot is happening as we speak. A whole lot is happening. But I want you that is watching us to stay focused. Don't get distracted. There are lots of distraction that is coming from east, west, north, and south, from all corners. We are seeing distractions. Distractions in the cause of Biafra, distraction in the restoration of Biafra, and the distraction is coming from the inside. That is the most dangerous one. We are in a very dangerous time, a time where the arch enemy that we have are the people that call themselves Biafrans. It is a very disturbing period. And if you're a Biafran, you are not paying attention to what is going on social media, you are not doing yourself good. Nigeria has graduated to a very dangerous level that today Nigeria has succeeded in sponsoring the same people we are speaking about their freedom to be the ones fighting against their freedom. When some people say that the greatest task is to save a black man, I believe. When you hear it, you wouldn't understand. But when you see what is going on in Biafra struggle today, you understand that the greatest task on the planet Earth is to save a black man. Because for you to save a black man, you must first of all fight him, subdue him, then save him. You fight him from himself, subdue him from himself, then before you can save him from the enemy. That is how dangerous it is. Today, go to social media. Nigerian government have sponsored different platforms that are operating today. They will come and tell you that Biafra struggle is a fraud. A Biafran preaching and telling you that Biafra struggle is a scam. And you ask them their reasons. They have no reasons. The only reason they are saying that is because of the hatred they have of Mazen Nandekano and Mazen Samareba. And ask them, have Mazen Nandekano scammed anybody? Is there anybody that can come and say Mazen Nandekano has scammed him or her? Or that Mazen Samareba has scammed him? Nobody. Nobody. These are people that has never had transaction with any of our leaders. But they create these narratives. And they have crowd. Nigeria is spending money attacking the platforms that represent the sincere agitation, and they create their own group and promote them. Just like you see today, the DOS today is the greatest enemy of the struggle as we speak. The DOS formed by Mazen Nandekano to push the Biafra agitation. Today, they are the greatest enemy of the Biafran struggle. And they are doing everything humanly possible to see that agitation stops. Go to their platform and see what they are doing. Go to their platforms and see what they are doing. More especially their woman leader, Nega. Their woman leader, Nega Chimeze, go and see what she do with her platform. This is somebody who has confessed openly that she is not a member of IPOB. She is not part of the Biafra movement. Why are you deciding for the Biafrans what to do and how to do it? Even when you have no idea what the agitation is all about. Every single story she tells in her platform, the only people that can believe her are those who are ignorant, who have not been following this struggle. Everyone that has been following this struggle knows very well how far we have gone, the lane we have passed, the angle we have gone, the suffering we have gone through. But for one reason or the other, they turn a blind eye to the truth and choose lie and continue to push that lie. And the most painful thing in today's agitation is that many people who are in this agitation today do not know the foundation of the agitation. And some of them are very lazy, they don't want to make inquiries. All they are busy is to seek for one group and join one group or the other. Once you join one group or the other, you begin to support them blindly. You wouldn't even care to know where they are coming from, what they are doing, or what they're saying. You wouldn't. It is so sad. I have said it time and time again that our focus should be on the collective interest of the Biafran people, the purpose for which we all gather. My problem is not the factions and the groups you are creating. You can choose any group you want, but let the purpose for which those groups are formed gathered be for restoration of Biafra. But that is not the case today. That is why, after looking through all that is happening, I have come to the conclusion that the only thing that can give us a movement, the only project that is genuine, is the call for the release of Mazen Nandekano. the call for the release of Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. So if you know anything you can do that will contribute to the release of these our leaders, please do it. Do it. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. And everywhere you are, always apply your common sense in anything you see. Whenever you hear something, either from me or from anybody, please put those words to test. Always focus on the reality on it. There is always a reality that you must face. I don't know why people are so scared of looking at the real picture. People are scared of looking at the real picture. You just want something that will make you happy. Even when you know that someone is lying to you. But for the fact that that is what you want to hear, you pretend to yourself that what they're saying is right. And that is the greatest challenge. How to wake up those who are pretending to sleep. How do you wake them up? People that know the truth and still yet they refuse to embrace that truth. How are you going to convince them? It is sad. It is sad. It is so sad. It is so sad because what we are seeing and the kind of individuals we have today in this struggle, I don't know where they are coming from. I don't know where they're coming from. There are so many of them that are clueless, who cannot even think for themselves. A lot of us today cannot even think for ourselves. We cannot make our decisions. It is so sad, the kind of individuals we have in the struggle today. You cannot sit on your own and choose what to do. Be on your own and choose how to go about your activities. Take your own decision. When somebody tells you something, you think within yourself and pursue the truth. Some of us, we derive pleasure in causing confusion. We derive pleasure in insulting people, attacking people. Even people that doesn't know you for Adam, people you will never meet for the rest of your life. You insult them. The space, the social media space is so big that if you don't like a certain message or a certain person, you don't need to waste your time, waste your data to come and write something that will be deleted or blocked. But some idiots, they spend most of their time speaking of something that is meaningless, talking about issues that doesn't make sense. These are invisible people that are not even proud of themselves. They're not proud of themselves. These are a bunch of clowns and idiots that have no name. But I thank Chukwu Okekema, there are still some few Biafrans who knows what they want. And those are my concern. If you're one of those few Biafrans, don't give up. Do not give up. There are a lot of insults, a lot of discouraging issues. You will see a lot of discouraging things. But no matter what happens, continue on your path. Time shall tell. Time shall tell. At the end of this race, we will know who is who. It's not going to take a long time. In a very short while, I strongly believe that our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa will regain his freedom. And when he regains his freedom, then, and only then, some of you will now realize the mistake you have made. Some of you will, just like we see today, you see some people today already apologizing to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Some people today apologizing. But when they were working against Mazi Simon Ekpa, they felt they were doing the greatest job on earth. They felt they were doing the best thing they can do. But so many of them, it's becoming clear to them today. It is becoming very clear to them that they took the wrong path. But the problem is that, is it everybody that will have that opportunity? There are some people that will not have the same opportunity that they have. Some people are alive today and they have opportunity to apologize. But there are many people that will not have that opportunity to apologize. You will not have that opportunity to apologize because you will never have that opportunity to apologize. Maybe when you meet your ancestors in the grave, then and only then they will ask you some certain questions for you to give account why you did what you did, why you decided to support evil, why you decided to work against yourself and think you're working against someone else. You decided to work against yourself, thinking that you're working against someone else. That is what so many of us are doing today. So many of us, what we are doing today, we think we are doing against Mazen Nandekano. We are doing against Mazen Samanaka. But the actual truth is that we are working against ourselves. But no matter what happens, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will bear out witness that we said what we're supposed to say when we had to say it. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to bear out witness that we spoke when we were supposed to speak. So, my fellow Biafrans, this evening, we have come this evening to speak again, as we always do. We come to speak as we always do, and that is one thing we have signed up for. And we want to talk about the Islamization of Nigeria, which is something that people are denying. And some people don't want us to talk about it anymore. It doesn't matter how you hide it. The Islamization of Nigeria is real, and it is becoming more real every day. It is becoming more real every day with the agreement signed with Turkey, with the fact that Turkey today, Turkey is now in Nigeria. They have a base in Nigeria now as we speak. Turkey is having a military base, not just a base, a military base in Nigeria. That means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you so much, my brother William Onyeka. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, my brother William Onyeka. We need to do what we have to do. I appreciate you so much. So, no matter what happens, don't allow anybody to distract you or deceive you. Because the Islamization of Nigeria is real. My fellow Biafrans, great people of Biafra, I welcome all of you that have joined me on this very evening program today, on this very important broadcast. We must continue to say what we have to say. Today, we are going to have a serious, honest conversation about Nigeria, about security, about governance, about justice, and the future of millions of people. This is a topic that should be in the mouth of everybody in that contraction corner. It doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter who you are. This is not about tribe, it is not about sentiment. It is speaking about the reality. This is not just another discussion. This is about lives. This is about the truth. And this is about direction. About direction. Which direction is Nigeria heading? What direction is Nigeria heading? Why is it that people are silent watching Nigeria being Islamized before in broad daylight? It is no longer done in secret. Before we begin, I want to make something very clear. This platform stands for peace. This platform stands for truth and responsible dialogue. We will ask hard questions but we will not promote violence or hatred. In this platform, we ask hard and difficult questions, but we will never promote violence or hatred. Across Nigeria today, insecurity remains one of the biggest challenges facing ordinary citizens. The biggest challenge facing ordinary citizens in Nigeria is insecurity. Take it to the bank. From kidnapping to banditry to insurgency, many communities continue to live in fear today. That is what Nigeria has given. That is what the false amalgamation has given. That is what the British contraption, what the British created, the contraption British gave to us. The key question people are asking is this: why does it feel like the response is not strong enough? Why does it feel like there is no response at all? Every day you hear about kidnapped victims. You hear Boko Haram issue ultimatum and warning. Kidnappers issue ultimatum and warning. Why does it seem like the response is not strong enough? In most cases, there is no response at all from the government. Is it a lack of capacity? Is it poor coordination? Or is it something deeper, something systemic? You know the answer. It is something deeper. That I feel. These are questions that deserve answer. And you find the answer yourself. You and I should know the answer by now. At this time, with the rate of insecurity, you should know the answer. Because when you come to conventional media and social media platform, people are asking so many questions. Why is Nigeria government not responding accordingly? Is it lack of capacity? Is it poor coordination? Or is it something deeper, something systemic? The answer is very clear. And I believe you know the answer. Now let us address a very sensitive and controversial issue. The allegation of Islamization agenda in Nigeria. Very controversial. But you and I know that it is the truth. Because we can see the handwriting on the wall every day. You can see the handwriting on the wall. From the government to the terrorists to the Muslims group. Their attitude towards issues and what is happening. You will understand that Islamization agenda is not just a propaganda, it is a fact. From every indication, looking at the action and inaction of the government, you won't have any other doubt. This is a claim that has circulated widely in political and social discussions in Nigeria. Islamization agenda. Some believe that certain policies, appointments, and patterns suggest a long-term agenda tied to power consolidation. Is it true or lie? These things are facts that you have to sit down and look by yourself. Policies, appointments, pattern suggest a long-term agenda tied to power consolidation. Others strongly reject this. Some are arguing and say that Nigeria remains a diverse and secular state with multiple religion, ethnic group represented. That is what the West tells us. That is what it's supposed to be. But is that what it is? I doubt. Some of us who are Nigerians are of age. If you are a Nigerian that tells yourself the truth and of age, you will agree with me what the situation is. Nobody's going to tell you. You will not argue or preach something different from what is obtainable. If you are a sincere Nigerian watching what is happening, the action of the government and the rest of them, you will not doubt that there is an agenda to Islamize Nigeria. So where does this truth lie? The reality is this: perception matters. When large group of citizens begin to feel excluded, marginalized and threatened, even if the intention is different, the perception alone can destabilize the nation. And this Islamization is not just perception, so you don't mix it up. It is not just perception. There are actions and inactions that point in that direction and continue to point in that direction. Just like the security of Nigeria today, the United States came to help Nigeria to secure their nation. After talking with the United States and United States forcefully taking action against the terrorists in the north, what did Nigeria do? Nigeria switched and went to Turkey with the advice given to them by a terrorist sympathizer. Turkey that they went to has been indicted in several occasions on sponsorship of terrorism. Turkey has been indicted on supplying arms to Boko Haram. So why would Nigeria now turn and give Turkey a base in Nigeria? That is the question. Why would Nigerian government, knowing fully well that Turkey is involved with Boko Haram, Turkey and you now gave them a base, what do you intend? What do you think they'll be doing in that base? What is your plan? You rejected the offer from the United States and you went to Turkey that sponsors terrorism, that you want to use it to fight terrorism. The reason is simple and clear. The agenda. That is why people speak about Islamization of Nigeria. And they speak with facts based on what they see. This is why transparency, balance, fairness in governance are not optional. They are necessary. But in Nigeria, everything is hidden in secrecy. Everything in Nigeria is done in secret. Another major issue raising concern is the reintegration of former militant or repentant fighters into the society. I have never seen any country in the world where terrorists are reintegrated into the military, reintegrated into the police. And the funniest thing is that the government continues to deny it, even when we have pictures and video evidence of the reintegration. There were evidence everywhere, including serving personnel have confirmed it. But Nigerian government continue to deny it. So when somebody says there is a systemic plan, would you doubt it? Let's be honest. This issue of reintegration of the militants is a complex issue. On one hand, the rehabilitation program can be part of long-term peace strategy. Other countries have used similar approach. But rehabilitation has to be after the war has stopped. When you have been able to capture and overcome the insurgents, then you can rehabilitate. And rehabilitating doesn't mean you will bring them and put them in back to the military. No, you don't. But the case of Nigeria is that the war is still ongoing. The war, in fact, have increased and intensified. And in the midst of the war, they are rehabilitating and reintroducing into the military and putting them in the front. Who does that? Who does that? But on the other hand, citizens in the Zoological Republic are asking, are these individuals truly reformed? That is a disturbing question. Like the people, the 400 and something people that they say that they have graduated within 6 months. A terrorist, somebody have been terrorist throughout his life. Some of them have been in the bush for years. You think you can rehabilitate a terrorist for 6 months? Only 6 months. What measures are in place to ensure accountability? How were they radicalized? How was their rehabilitation conducted? And most importantly, what about the victims? The people you are rehabilitating and introducing into the military and the police and giving opportunity. The victims, the people they took their life, the villages they had taken over are still in the hand of the terrorists. The victims are living in the IDP camp without food, without water. The victims are still suffering in IDP camp. Meanwhile, you are now reintegrating the terrorists that took their life into the city with allowances, with good jobs. Some of them were flown abroad, but the victims are in IDP camp. How can you explain that? How can you explain that? And when somebody talks about the agenda, you will say we are exaggerating. We're not exaggerating anything. It is based on what we see. Because when victims feel ignored, when justice seems incomplete, trust in the system begins to collapse. Reintegration without transparency and accountability can create fear instead of peace. And that is what the reintegration of the terrorists in Nigeria is doing. People are afraid. Not just people in the north, all part of the country, everybody is crying and complaining. Everybody is crying and complaining. Why would this be happening? Why would this be allowed to happen? In a sovereign state, as they say. Now let's talk about the issue of Biafra and self-determination. Self-determination is a principle recognized globally. It is the right of the people to decide their political future. It is our right as the Biafran people to decide our political future. Self-determination is not a crime, has never been, and will never be a crime. But in Nigeria, they have made it a crime. It is a sensitive issue that must not be spoken about. In Nigeria, once you mention self-determination, it becomes a crime. It's like you're calling for war. Today, there are ongoing claims and counterclaims. Some supporters say leaders are being unfairly targeted or silenced. Others argue national unity must be protected at all costs. How can somebody live in such an environment where the right of the people is abused? People are not allowed to express their rights. Leaders are targeted and jailed. Mazen Nandekam is serving a life sentence because he called for self-determination. Mazen Simon Ekpa is serving 6 years because he called for self-determination. Meanwhile, those who are the real terrorists, confirmed terrorists, they are the ones that are being said to be re-radicalized and reintegrated into the society. Cutting deal with them, paying ransom to them every day. Even the job. It is sad. Allegation of blackmail, misinformation, propaganda, and multiple sides. Today, there's so many allegations against the Biafran people. They blackmail us. They misinform the world about us. Push a lot of propaganda. Even today, they are using our own people against us. That is the saddest one. The saddest one is using Biafra against Biafra. Today, even many content creators, many Igbo content creators today, they have been bought over just because of money, because of views. Many Igbo content creators, they are speaking against Biafra today. They are speaking against Mazen Nadia. You see people they bring to interview in their platform, those ones that have platform where they interview. The people they bring, they give their platform to speak are those who they know that are anti-Biafra. Go and check. All the Igbo big platforms, the people that they invite, all those people that do podcasts, the people they invite are people that are anti-Biafra in their station. Go and check out their platform. They have been bought over bed because of chicken change. You sell your conscience. So what do we do in such a situation? We must continue to demand due process. We must continue to demand fair hearing. We must continue to demand respect for human rights, because justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. Justice must be seen to be done. We need to keep on demanding. At the end of the day, this conversation is bigger than politics. It is about trust. Do citizens trust the system? You know the answer. The citizens of the zoo, even the one that call themselves one Nigerianist, do they trust the system? Do Nigerians feel protected? I'm not just talking about Biafrans now. Even the people now who say they don't want to separate, who say they want a better Nigeria, do they trust the system? Look at them now shouting about the election 2027. They are crying, shout the remove INEC chairman. They don't even trust the system. Do they feel protected? Not at all. Do they feel hard? Not at all. So how long will you continue on that path? Because whenever trust breaks down, everything else begins to fall apart. That is why everything in the Zoological Republic has fallen apart and will continue to fall apart. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. It's going to end. The zoo will come to an end. No matter what, no matter, you can continue to believe what you want to believe. It's up to you. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think is really going on? You that is watching me. You that is watching, what do you think is really going on in the contraction of Nigeria? Do you believe enough is being done to ensure security and fairness? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's keep this conversation respectfully, honestly, solution-driven. Put your comment on the comment section. I urge you to share this live stream to people so that they can join the broader discussion and also air their opinion. We are not here to attack or insult anybody. All we are asking is our freedom. We want to be free. The future we build depends on the conversation we are willing to have today. I urge you all to stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay peaceful wherever you are. We must continue to do what we have to do. For some of you who think it's all a joke, it is not getting better any soon. It will get worse. It is going to get worse. The least you can do is to prepare yourself for what is coming. Get prepared. Wherever you are, get prepared for what is coming, because what is coming is huge. And you cannot wish it away. You cannot just wish it away, because it's going to happen. I want us to listen to this very video that was made. I think it was Arnold, where they were speaking about the situation of Nigeria. I want us to pay attention to this video, because if you think you have seen it all, you haven't seen anything. The contraption called Nigeria, if we do not end it, it is going to end everybody. And that is why we are shouting every day. Even on a very difficult time and a tired mood, we still come out. Even with all the insult, we still come out and do our part. And I say no amount of insult can make me stop coming. I will continue to do the little I can until I can no longer do it. I pray that Chukwu Gabriel will continue to strengthen us. Let us listen and hear what they have to say here on this very video. This is the testimony hearing in Washington. Let us hear the testimonies. This is Mark Arnold testimony. Let us hear the testimony of Mark Arnold here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Everything I'm about to say is factual, so I have 19 pages of references. If I want to question anything I say, it's right here. Some of it might be shocking. Nigeria, the sixth largest nation on earth, on track to be the third largest by 2050. Top 5 OPEC, $1 trillion in minerals, cultural powerhouse. Nigerians are among the most educated and wealthy in the United States, and they do it with integrity, sharing the values that made America great. Last year, General Michael Langley, AFRICOM, declared the region anchored by northern Nigeria as the epicenter of global terror. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, others call it home. Their stated ambition, full Sharia across Nigeria, and then a global jihad launch pad. The recent Old Dominion shooter was radicalized in Nigeria. Two scenarios. America's greatest African ally, innovative, peaceful, and prosperous, or the greatest security threat of the next generation, Sharia exporting giant. A little bit of history. In 1804, Usman Dan Fodio waged a jihad and founded the Sokoto Caliphate, Africa's largest pre-colonial empire. Beheading, raping, destruction, displacement, 2 million slaves at its peak. This caliphate has never ended. That's North Nigeria. The British found two worlds, brutal Sharia North and private, friendly South. They kept the caliphate intact as enforcers, indirect rule, they called it. Then merged the two in 1914. The South declared independence in 1967, Biafra. The civil war that followed, the British backed the North, which blockaded the South, shot down Red Cross planes. Up to 3 million, mostly children, starved to death. The South fell in 1970. Since then, power has stayed in the North by design, the Caliphate. The current constitution, imposed by northern military dictator, mentions Sharia in Islamic terms 165 times. Christianity, 0. At least $9 billion a year in blood minerals are looted mainly by China, paying jihadis and corrupting military and political officials. It was President Goodluck Jonathan in his living room that leaned in and informed me about that. I know a lot of people there. I've been there a lot. Most of this is firsthand. Some key people that have been involved in this. Barack Obama unleashed the current genocide. In 2010, my first trip to Nigeria had an accidental Christian president, Goodluck Jonathan. Booming economy, only nation on earth where radical Islam was being pushed back. No slaughter, hardly any displaced people, just from.
Why I like this Arnold is that Arnold is hitting the point. You see how Arnold drew the program, how he started his speech on the situation we have now. This situation we have now was created by the British. You know, when I come here to say it sometimes, people might not know how truthful it is. That is why it is very important that I play videos to back up every claim I have. The way British forcefully amalgamated the South and the North. And you saw Arnold spoke about the Biafran war that was fought. First of all, he talked about how Ottoman Dan Fodio, the very first terrorist that entered into Nigeria, massacred the Hausa people and took over Hausa land. Up to today, they have not recovered. And the British helped them to amalgamate the South and the North, even when they knew that these people are not the same. They didn't stop there. The Biafra war came. They still supported Nigeria to fight against Biafra. Caused a blockade that 5 million lives were lost during the Biafra war. Every one of them came together, including the US to an extent, because silence is complicity. They massacred the Biafran people. And at the end of the day, after 3 years of war, they used hunger and starvation to decimate our children, mothers and elderlies. They said no victory, no ambush. But we know what transpired. And we were giving them the opportunity to see if they can do things right. But I can bet you, since 1967 to 1970, the war ended. From 1970 to today, more people have died than you can ever imagine. And the whole marginalization and atrocity has continued. So I like the way he drove his speech and touched the issue of Biafra as the southern part, because when you're talking about this Christian and southern, I have said it before, you cannot speak about Christian genocide and ignore the Biafran war and the attack on the Igbos. If you are ignoring, you cannot escape it. There's no way you can speak about the Christian genocide effectively without speaking about the atrocities committed against the Igbos since 1945 to date. You can't run away from it if you are sincere. Even though the world doesn't want to speak about the issue of Biafra, they don't want to pay much attention to Biafra because of their own interests. But I'm glad that Arnold was able to drive it into this discussion. What transpired in the Civil War? You cannot separate the Christian genocide from the attack on the Biafrans and the Igbos. That was the origin. And when they were doing it and nobody did anything, now they came out openly to establish their caliphate in Nigeria. Now it is against all the Christians in Nigeria. So it is a very vast issue that some people, they are very selective, they are very careful, they don't want to mention the issue of Biafra. But I tell you, Biafra has everything to do with this very genocide that's going on. And you can never discuss this properly without mentioning the issue of Biafra.
Right, random stuff. A northern warlord challenged Muhammadu Buhari, publicly called for Sharia law across Nigeria and globally. Boko Haram chose him to mediate with the government.
Absolutely.
Help get him in office, the current president. David Axelrod was his campaign advisor. Obama blocked U.S. counterterrorism support to Jonathan, blocked other nations from helping.
I am also happy that he is mentioning the involvement of Obama in what is going on in Nigeria today. Obama was instrumental to the Islamization of Nigeria that is brewing today. Obama was instrumental in putting a representative of Boko Haram, Muhammadu Buhari, into power and making sure that the Islamization agenda is pushed forward. I like the fact that Arnold is before them in the United States, in Washington, D.C., and he's mentioning it so that nobody can pretend that they don't know. It is a fact that you can never deny.
Jihadists flooded into North Africa, villages massacred, millions displaced, raped, enslaved, kidnapped, churches burned. Buhari ran on ending the insecurity. It only got worse. Another person is Sultan of Sokoto. He's like Pope and King to 108 million Muslims.
Absolutely. Sultan of Sokoto is involved in this project. Arnold is calling them out. The people that are involved in the terrorism that's happening in Nigeria today, the plan to Islamize Nigeria that is going on today, he is mentioning them one by one. Obama, Muhammadu Buhari, Sultan of Sokoto. I love the bravery of Arnold. And this is a man who has been on the issue of Nigeria for many years. He has come on the ground, investigated several times. So he's not talking as a novice. So if you listen to, he is mentioning them one after the other. He is telling the story of Nigeria better than some of us can tell. Because some of us don't even pay attention, we don't investigate, we don't even care. Only to come online and shout and attack people and insult people. That is what we do. only to come online and for saga. Look at him making a point in the United States. We have Biafrans over there. What are they doing? We have people that are claiming to be this and that, but look at it. An American making a case for Biafra.
20th generation successor. He was a Nigerian general deployed to Pakistan and Afghanistan during the War on Terror, when we captured Nigerian fighters alongside Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. He returned and assumed the throne in 2006, and international terror tactics and organizations appeared soon after. He has never decreed an end to the killing or mineral looting in his domain, but he's called social media a terror organization.
Yes.
In 2025, he publicly supported the push for Sharia in traditionally Christian southern states.
He is still supported it tomorrow.
Bola Tinubu, if that's his real name. In 1993, he forfeited $460,000 to a federal court in Chicago and fled the United States. That was proceeds from the heroin.
Now he's exposing Muhammad Buhari.
Heroin funds 37% of jihad around the world. He has appointed a man to rewrite the national curriculum whose defining credential is the book, The Islamization of Knowledge, which explicitly calls for intellectual jihad to oust Western education from nursery schools up to universities. This is academic Boko Haram by definition. And this is the guy that Tinubu put in charge of the curriculum of 50 million African Nigerian children. His new defense chief called the terrorists prodigal sons who deserve rehabilitation.
Exactly.
The defense chief. NSA Nuhu Ribadu personally called me an Al-Qaeda.
Another one, Nuhu Ribadu, the national security advisor in terrorists. This man is mentioning every one of them, starting from Obama, Buhari, Tinubu, Sultan of Sokoto, Nuhu Ribadu. He is mentioning every single one of them and he's saying the role they played. He is mentioning them and calling the role they played. May Chukwu Okakabiyama bless him. This is what every other person. This man is not a Biafran from the United States. But he said he has a friend who has been an Igbo man for a long time. They were friends. And he made him the man is dead, late, even he's dead. But he made him a promise that he will make sure he pushed the agenda of the atrocities of Nigeria to the world. And that's what he's doing. With his own event. This was the person that Ronald Mokri brought him to Nigeria to make propaganda against Christian genocide. He didn't know that the man knows better than he is. He didn't know that the man cannot be compromised. And the man turned against him. Look at him calling the name of all the people that are involved in terrorism in Nigeria. He called all of them. Obama started it. From Obama to Muhammad Buhari, from Muhammad Buhari, Sokoto, Sultan of Sokoto, from Sultan of Sokoto to Tinubu that you have today. Tinubu, Ribadu, calling all of them one after the other. And their chief security that are telling us that they are brothers. In national TV, you think they're not hearing it? That terrorists are their brothers. They are hearing it. This very program is held in Washington, D.C.
Said to be Nigeria's Jane Fonda. It is documented he armed the Allah, the Fulani militia chaired by the Sultan and named HR 7457 for potential FDO organization. He has publicly called the terrorists brothers. Mossad Ulus, Trump's senior advisor for Africa and the Middle East, holds multiple citizenships, including Nigerian, lived in Lagos for decades. He parrots verbatim talking points of terror-linked northern imams. He is CEO of his family company, which currently profits from multi-billion-dollar no-bid contracts issued by the Tinubu administration.
Exactly.
Issued to his business partner. He sells the heavy equipment to build the no-bid $15 billion project. This is Trump's senior advisor. He's also typically Trump's father-in-law. Examples of ongoing failures and impunity. In Goshen, Borno State wiped out in what was a massacre of 2014. The government recently assured refugees in Cameroon it was safe for them to return, paid them to return. Within weeks, on March 3rd, Boko Haram slaughtered dozens. More than 300 abducted into slavery, including the wife and daughter.
Imagine.
The military was largely AWOL. The attacks continued there. Deborah Samuel Yakubu, 2022 college student. After finals, she posted on WhatsApp, "Jesus is the greatest. He helped me pass my exams." The next day on campus, as professors and police watched, she was beaten, stoned, tires heaped on her, and burned alive.
Yes.
While
Deborah.
students filmed selfies in front of the flames, celebrating.
Yes.
The deputy imam of the National Mosque, who performed President Buhari's daughter's wedding, publicly justified the killing within 24 hours on his own Twitter.
Exactly.
No one was punished. Nnamdi Kanu, British Nigerian broadcaster from London, illegally abducted from Kenya, tried under a defunct law, now serving life in Sokoto prison for words spoken in Great Britain. Meanwhile, the Northern Imam just recently offered a 1 million naira bounty for the head of a pastor, then doubled it to taunt his critics. No charge.
You see, he mentioned the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Pay attention. He has mentioned the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. With all this, their terrorism and more that they are having, they arrested Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, sentenced him with unexisting law, and took him to the caliphate for a life sentence. This is a very wonderful, wonderful, wonderful speech. Arnold, may God bless you. May Chukwu Okaba bless you. May Chukwu Okaba bless you, Arnold. And I ask, where are my Biafran brothers and sisters? Look at a man stating it in Washington, D.C., the way it is. This hearing is a very powerful hearing. And I bet you, Chukwu Okaba will fight our battle, and we will never be ashamed.
College student, after finals, she posted on WhatsApp, "Jesus is the greatest, he helped me pass my exam."
They killed her.
The next day on campus, as professors and police watched, she was beaten, stoned, tires heaped on her, and burned alive. While students filmed selfies in front of the flames, celebrating. The deputy imam of the National Mosque, who performed President Buhari's daughter's wedding, publicly justified the killing within 24 hours on his own Twitter account.
Imagine.
No one was punished. Nnamdi Kanu, British Nigerian broadcaster from
Mazen Nnamdi Kanu,
abducted from Kenya, tried under a defunct law, now serving life in Sokoto prison for words spoken in Great Britain. Meanwhile, the Northern Imam just recently offered a 1 million naira bounty for the head of a pastor.
Yes. They did nothing.
His critics. No charges, no condemnation from officials. I've been corresponding with the guy. I have the same custody, his family in danger, and need help. The Nigerian government goes to great expense to rehabilitate the killers, while millions of innocent displaced victims are denied, neglected, and dying. Narrative war. The farmer herder and climate change frame started the Obama State Department. The original reference document was written by a career Sharia propagandist hired by George Soros. At least $10 million confirmed U.S. lobbying contracts are now running. Former Trump administration officials, Nigerian government lobbyists, Northern imams, foreign agents, conflicted advisors, and now even Russian state television are among those working to shield this regime from accountability. The real narrative is this: Nigeria is in the throes of an Islamic conquest. Since 2009,
this man has exposed everything. He has exposed it. The bribery they are paying to the US, all the money they are paying to the US to change the narrative. He has exposed every single thing. All those who collected money trying to change the narrative of the fact, to tell lies. Oh, God bless you, my brother.
as many as 125,000 Christians.
This is a powerful hearing.
This is not simply religious freedom issue. This is national and global security. The emergency, as many as 10 to 12 million, mostly youth, are now displaced. 50 to 60% chance of radicalization by 2030 without intervention. Most are denied by the government, who call them beggars and criminals. Without intervention, this could yield 5 to 6 million more jihadists over the next 5 to 6 years. Intervention is not hard. The international community has the money and the mandate to help if the displaced are simply recognized. In 2015, UNHCR documented multiple displacement camps in Abuja. Today, they deny those camps exist. I have run schools in those same camps since 2020. They do exist. I affirm the cycle of violence is not inborn or inevitable. A lot of Americans write it off. Oh, that's just fake. Yes, the children.
This man is exposing all the way they are trying to change the narrative. They will tell you farmer header clash. They will tell you just a small society. They will tell you it affects both Christians and Muslims. They will tell you just a minority group. All those things, they pay $10 million. $10 million to different groups to continue to push this narrative. And that their money. Mike Arnold have trashed all of them into pieces. May God bless man. This is a recent hearing. I think was it yesterday? Yesterday also. This hearing, just yesterday. He blasted them, exposed everything. This is what our people are supposed to be doing. But they are busy dragging posts, giving themselves title. This one answering this name, answering name that I don't know. This is a man out of his own volition in the front line, making a hearing, speaking in the Senate hearing on behalf of us, and mentioned the case of Biafra. He spoke about the case of Biafra, spoke about Mazen Nandekam, exposing all the atrocities. But what our people do, our people are busy dragging posts, dragging rank, pushing propaganda and blackmail everywhere. Pushing propaganda, seeking for dragging money and whatnot. Look at somebody making a case for us.
Saw their parents hack to death, often come to our schools wanting to go back and get revenge. But I can tell you, with an education, they gain character, hope, and vision, and they want to go back to rebuild. What must happen? Nigeria has long been strangled by radical Islamists, predatory extraction, globalist meddling, and institutional corruption. Working with the Nigerian government to end the genocide is like working with the Third Reich to end the Holocaust.
Exactly. Absolutely.
They smile and spin as they wait for Trump to leave office. Since CPC designation, killing and impunity have only gotten worse. Sanctions will not work. Visa bans will not work. They're ideologues, and they'll just pivot east. Intentional denial of recognition and aid to displaced people.
It shall never be well with George Soros, my brother.
Meets the legal standard of genocide.
Shall never be well with them.
This is provable. Indict the Tinubu administration. Arrest them. They're guilty of genocide. And it's provable. Conduct a valid census and evidentiary briefing of the displaced. They are witnesses to genocide and they need help. Investigate the Sultan of Sokoto as a terrorist sponsor. Circumstantial evidence demands it. We know where the militant camps are. Wipe them out. Bring the enablers to justice. Demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other prisoners of conscience. Offer asylum protection to them and others threatened by this regime. Ensure a free election in 2027. It can be done for the cost of a Tomahawk missile bombing. Tinubu was declared the winner with less than 9 million votes in a nation of 230 million. A free election changes everything. Let the people vote on a new constitution and self-determination. Like so many other British colonial contraptions designed to fail, separation is likely inevitable, and it is just. The time is now. Nigeria is at a crossroads. It will become either a peaceful, prosperous ally or a massive launchpad for global jihad. There is no going back to the status quo. If the world turns away after this unprecedented scrutiny, the backlash will be bloody and absolute. The window is closing. We must call this what it is and intervene now, or the current genocide will grow and draw more innocent blood, not just there, but here in the United States. Thank you.
Oh, God bless you, Arnold. God bless you. God bless you, Arnold. I don't know what to say. God bless you. What else? Every single information the United States need, Arnold have compiled everything and threw it on the floor. There is nothing else to say. Every single thing you need to know about the Zoological Republic and their plan of Islamization, Arnold have just opened a can of worm. Even a blind person can see the plans. Deaf and dumb can hear. May Chukwu bless you. We are all in the hand of Chukwu as we speak. The restoration of Biafra today, it is Chukwu Okukadiama fighting. You see, nobody is paying him. Nobody is consulting. He is on his own, doing what he has to do. Doing what even we that are Biafrans cannot do. What Arnold is doing, we that claim to be Biafra, we can't do what this man did now. We can't do what he did. It is so sad. It is so, so sad. But we must continue. We must never give up. That is why I say, any little one you can do, even if not only you, as I did here, only me, and they do my own. If you only talk, I will talk. If not 2 minutes or 3 minutes, it is something. You that join me, share the program. It is something. When you are sharing, other people will get this information and they will be encouraged. Many Biafrans are discouraged today. Many of us, I know many Biafrans that used to come to program, they used to do live, they used to speak about Biafra. Many of them are discouraged because of what they are seeing, because there is no hope anywhere anymore. Since the arrest of Mazen Nandekano and the arrest of Mazen Simon Eba, many Biafrans have run away. They don't even have confidence anymore. And you don't blame them. You don't blame them because they don't know whom to trust anymore. They don't know whom to trust. People are discouraged. People don't know who to listen to. They don't know who to turn to. They don't know where to look at. So we must continue to speak. Wherever you are, don't give up. You do your own. Continue to speak on your own terms. Anytime you can talk. Like program, share program. Even if you cannot make your own program, when you see any program that you know is meaningful, any program that is meaningful, that you know that program resonates with you, it doesn't matter the person you might hate me, you can hate me. It doesn't matter. But if I am speaking or doing a program that you know that has something to do with the Biafra that will affect you, share it. It is not about me. It is not, don't say because of me, because I'm the one who see the program. You will not share something that will affect your own life. You will not share it. Something that you know that will contribute to your own life, you will not share it. It doesn't matter. Even if it doesn't resonate with you, share it so that we can encourage our brothers and sisters, those who are discouraged. Like this program, when they see that there is somebody speaking on our behalf, at least they will have some hope. They will say, at least there is still hope. Because sometimes when you look at things that is happening, it will look like all hope is lost. You don't even know where to start to talk. So when you see people who have lost faith or lost hope, you don't blame them. I don't blame anybody. Anybody that says, okay, I'm not doing it again, I'm not talking again, I don't even blame them. Because when you go to social media, you can imagine today, you go to social media, the DOS that Mazen Nandekano created, the only thing they are doing today is to attack Mazen Nandekano. The people that Mazen Nandekano created, the only thing they do is to attack him. You go to Mazen Samanekwa side, many of them in Mazen Samanekwa, they pretend, but they are working against Mazen Samanekwa. So it is when you see people say they are tired, they can't continue. I don't blame anybody that complains and say he's tired, he doesn't want to do again. I don't blame them. I don't blame anybody. All I can do is to encourage people and tell them that there is still hope. There is still hope. No matter what happens, there is still hope. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. It's Uchechi will be my brother Donascalo. Uchechi, Mazen Nandekano wife is going to meet Lolo Neka. I know it will get to that. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I am not surprised if she's going to meet Lolo Neka. Every one of us, we know her stand now, we know her position. We know the position of what the Uchechi. Right from time, even when Mazi Samara was here, we know the position of Uchechi. She is part of the people that are fighting against the struggle. The only thing that make us don't talk about her, we don't want anything that get Mazi Nnamdi involved. Just like Mazi Samago told us, even when Mazi Samago told us, don't talk anything about her, forget her. That when Mazi Nnamdi come, he will deal with it. So let her go to Nneka. After Nneka interview, we will hear what she will say. She will go there and commit blunder, expose herself the more. That is the only thing it will warrant, exposing herself. Meanwhile, her husband is serving a life sentence. We have not even seen her any day. Since Mazi Nnamdi was sent to Sokoto, people are flying from the United States to go and see Mazi Nnamdi, from UK, from all parts of the world to go and see Mazi Nnamdi. But the wife has not gone to go and see him. At least now that he's in detention, he go there and see him with his children. But she's running to go and interview on Law Neck. I don't know when they are going to do the interview. I will watch it. Anytime they do the interview, we'll watch it. We'll watch it. I'll be following them to see when she's going to go for the interview. Anybody that associates himself with Law Neck is an enemy of Biafra. Anybody that listens to Lola Nneka, we know, is a politician. She is creating a political pressure group for the politicians, sponsored by the federal government. This platform that I'm showing, VOP, they are the one. VOP Igbo section. They grant her audience. She go there to preach against Biafra once, twice, every week. And I ask Nneka, who is paying for her appearance on this station? Who is paying for the appearance of Nneka on this station? Who is paying? Nigerian government and politicians. And after Uchechi have gone there now to stop all her gibberish with us, then she will get more things to use for her propaganda. But as for us, they will only deceive people that just entered yesterday, the newcomers. We don't stay here for a long time. They listen to them, they hear them. We have been here for a very long time. So there is nothing she will say today that is new. There is nothing she will say that is new. We didn't hear, they watch them. Let us hear what they have to say in this station, the information they have before we round up. Let's hear.
Bauchi, Niger, Sokoto, Kebbi, and parts of Kano State as areas he considers most affected, and said those states want the political activities in such areas need to be halted temporarily. Let's take a listen to what he said.
Like Borno, Benue, Plateau, Bauchi, Sokoto, Kebbi, and parts of Kano. What makes these areas particularly vulnerable right now?
The family of Mrs. Olanike Ondare.
There are various constituencies reports these issues of insecurity that involve death. One of the last time Senator Sani Musa reported over 40 people killed in Shororo. Senator Ali Ndimi reported 28 people.
The political activities in such areas may need to be halted temporarily. Let's take a listen to what he said.
Like Borno, Benue, Plateau, Bauchi, Sokoto, Kebbi, and parts of Kano. What makes these areas particularly vulnerable right now? They are the front-line states, including Zamfara. Career cases. So they don't have any business doing politics now. I don't see. So they should focus on dealing with insecurity. When I read this matter, I read it as a personal concern. And we have tried all options. Every week in, week out, senators from their various constituencies reports these issues of insecurity that involve death. One of the last time Senator Sani Musa reported over 40 people killed in Shororo. Senator Ali Ndimi reported 28 people, including the abduction of 407 women that are still in captivity. And it has become a recurring dismal. Look at through our documents in the National Assembly. There is no 1 week that a matter of this nature will not be reported. And what do we do? Lamentation, ask the security agencies. And I said,
Why don't you look for another option? Why don't you try something new? My reaction is not cast on someone that is in the best. But if we don't look backward and forward and come up with some clear cut solution, and I look at politics as part and parcel of what is ailing this thing, because a lot of us, me included, have concentrated our time in politicking rather than providing the much needed security of our people. And so it's a failure of you politicians. It's a failure of everybody. It's a failure of leadership. Me, I'm also included. And there's no regret to say I'm also involved. It is a failure, complete failure of leadership. But Senator, what do we do? This is part of some of you have failed Nigeria by not ensuring that citizens and self people are dying every day. What do we do? What do you do? How do we stop people being killed? What you do is to pursue some of these ideas that is, say, as drastic, and then join other people with similar ideas. Even if you are changing us, you are bringing another set of Nigerians. There may not be serious changes. But the way we took responsibility, first of all, we must take responsibility that we've not been there. We have not been able to provide for the people, to secure them, to secure their lives and properties. We must admit that. And there is no way of shying away from it. And once you admit, then that means we are set to make a change. But when we don't admit, when we pretend all things is going well, and when we show ourselves as if nothing is happening,
also barred the use of mobile phones to document the arrival of the 36 defendants who were transported to the mess in an army headquarters, a garrison post at approximately 8:53 a.m. The military proceedings are unfolding alongside parallel criminal charges filed by the federal government and the Federal High Court of Abuja. On April 22, the Attorney General of human rights lawyer Femi Falana has even urged aid Gaza and parts of Sudan in the same year. Well, it is interesting where you have to be calling Afghanistan, Democratic Republic of Congo, Myanmar, South Sudan in the same breath as Nigeria. Why? Because these people are fighting, are going through conventional war or it's just sad. Followed by this metric, you'll be expecting that Nigeria it shouldn't be in this list, but according to Dr. Anosike, well, bad leadership is why Nigeria is going through this mess. Bad leadership is why Nigeria is going through food crisis and food insecurity. You know that majority of the food come from the north, and what's going on in the north, Boko Haram, ISWAP, banditry, farmer herders clashes, kidnapping all over the country. These things have stopped farmers, have been preventing farmers from going to the farm. And then the few ones that go to the farm, it means the population in Nigeria is higher than the food coming from that part of the country. And it is no wonder the prices of food in Nigeria is at an all-time high at the moment. Well, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has increased the fee for issuance and replacement of automated teller machine ATM debit and credit cards by 50% to 1,500 naira from 1,000 CONRAISS, ensuring a broad-based impact across all cadres. She said the revised peculiar statement, okay, don't come and start calling someone else out for what that person said. Please, if that's the only reason why you call us, please don't call us today, okay? Thank you very much. The numbers to call 0700 903 903 903. Again, 0700-903-903-903 and 003-692-9933. Again, 003-692-9933. Well, unfortunately, we won't be able to pick calls on WhatsApp, so you can text us on WhatsApp. We do sincerely apologize for that. I know, we're still working on it. I mean, there's a whole lot going on right now, but we'll try our best to give you the best broadcast experience, okay? So the WhatsApp number is 081-717-56338. Again, 081-717-56338. Please, only messages on WhatsApp. We can't pick calls today. The numbers again 0700-903-903-903 and 003-692-9933. Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP.
Yeah, this is calling from
Oh, AB. Why can't they use private number today? They call us like this.
No. Okay, I will check it. Okay, sorry.
Okay, talk to us.
You know, something happened this afternoon when I was listening to you. That switch of my issue because when the doctor said that kind of indicated that the government is lying. That there was he said that he denied initially.
Yes, they did deny it initially. That was correct.
Let me tell you something. The military, they have their way. Are you getting me? Okay, just like for example, maybe that's the I was talking about. Maybe for example now when the Minister of Defense said that they want to do forgiveness, like putting out some. Like what people call. I hope you know the meaning of Jacob.
I know.
So their military things, their military plans, their military maneuvers. So exactly. So saying that kind of there's a reason why they do that.
You do realize when we are no longer in the military rule, right? We're in the civilian government. Exactly. We're no longer in military rule. So there are a lot of things that are no longer applicable right now.
Most of the operation are military, and most of the time they use G-code. Are you getting me? Military use G-code because there is something they want to target. That's why they use it. So, but your location, you know what? I have to switch on my name because I was so curious by that level of understanding. Children, if I'm now saying that now trying to malign inside the government, even when they are trying to fight this thing, they are trying to find solutions. Are you getting? I'm realist and I understand what people are saying, but it's not that the government is not done anything. Nothing. It's actually as government and apply a proper funds. They are going to abolition.
You have to round up now.
They are not trying to military anything. Unlike Jonathan's government. Do you understand? So most times if you try and just like I thought how you felt when you wanted to read good news. Good news means someone has to reach your spirit.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have to let other people go now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep the conversation coming in. Good news, we can now receive WhatsApp calls. So the WhatsApp number is 081-717-56338. You can call us on WhatsApp now, 081-717-56338. To call or text us via WhatsApp. That's WhatsApp line. Hello. Yes, sir. Welcome to VOP. Okay, go ahead.
All right. One of the things you say is how many percent take that? And they are question has that come to policy? Has that come to inflation, prices of the so the policy available minds now, when they fall now, that's what they may talk about. They decide that this security is their nation and the Nigeria is collecting like that. Just those who are can you imagine going the Calabar Lagos highway to Corona that will not be good for? You don't know how far that was. Want to borrow another one for Badagry, Sokoto. And I feel that if Nigerians have come to process that nobody is very talking, the opposition is talking, it gives us whatever they call themselves, even the area has no police. I guess going down it's not the margin that. Look at the electoral act. This is a small good thing. This is how what was done. That to just what is going to just go to but I know not is on the floor because these people everything is going to be just got that larger and whatever needs to go to them because they have nothing to offer. Absolutely not involved. They have nothing to offer. So just like that, and so critical man there people that I don't know whether it's my life or something or what or what that time. It's not unfortunate. Just of the court, you know that was the time I have future when the house is difficult, that is your wife. When it's constantly just
Join conversation 07009039.
Assalamu
Yes, welcome to VOP.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, welcome, Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah, listen.
Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, sorry, my name is Sunday. I'm calling from Mexico.
Okay, Sandy, go ahead.
Yeah, you see, the one thing I understand about it is what is white is white and what is black is black. No matter the kind of eyeglass you use and look at it, you still know that white is white and then black is black. There was someone that was interviewed in your studio, I think that was yesterday, that was somewhere, I don't know, I think you were trying to contest for other things presently now.
For House of Reps.
Yeah, people called on the guy's behalf, saying what he has done. I don't understand this country. I mean, someone is trying to defend our government that is doing well. I think it's by people who are voting. By voting, let's vote. Let's people vote and see how far they can vote about it. So if you're doing right, the right will give you the vote. If you're not doing right, you won't get that vote as for someone who is doing right. So that is one. Then secondly again, if you talk about insecurity there again, I don't think that we have enough, or we have decided, or the government have decided to give insecurity to this country. There was a time that the problem in Benin, I heard how our soldiers went there and did everything they did and put things right. So I wondered why in our own house it cannot be done. So Solomon, the white is white, black is black. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, so welcome to VOP.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us where you're calling from. Master, go ahead.
I want to ask this one. Is in Nigeria any type of religion you will have for the country? And yet again, the promoting is first of now the Nigerians will still borrowing money. We under the electrical, we have the commodity subsidy. The cost of making the money, police are making the money. So why the Nigeria are always to borrowing money? And the money we borrow, we don't even fear the respect of the life of the Nigerian people. So I'm telling you, let me tell you so. You see this money these people they borrow, this will let us tell ourselves truth. This money, they use this money to pay the Boko Haram always. Because these people, if not the giving them money, you see what Boko Haram told us last week for coming to Nigeria. Say that if they give us 2 hours for giving, if they know if they intervene, they will kill about 440 people. You think that this money, not the way they want to go with them. I'm sure that this is true. Me and that wife, This is where our money going. When they borrow it, they borrow the Boko Haram. Boko Haram is to buy the weapon for the Nigeria. Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Thank you. Join conversation 0700 903 903 903 0803 692 9933. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP. Thank God. You'll tell us the name where you're calling from, please.
My name is Kenneth.
You can go ahead. Talk to us.
What I'm saying is, number one, Nigeria is the one to have concept because I don't understand of that. I can't really answer Nigeria because no accountability. If business no accountability, chief of justice no accountability, police no accountability, soldier no accountability. So we have to arrange, we want to arrange the country, we have to, so that we choose critical man that is here. Yes, at our time, as our president, to write Nigeria to support our right to constitution. Because all the whole of this no accountability, all the do as life. For that, can we come on as a country to please. I'm talking to people that Nigeria Commission to push for a new constitution to make it right. Okay, they borrow money, what do they need the money to? They borrow Boko Haram. They Boko Haram no position. Because they are not the chief general as much more to take over the whole church already. So,
Hello.
a rail from Lagos to Goja will go to the southeast, Bloomberg, straight to Goja now. Why? Because they know the southeasterners or the easterners will benefit from it. But they don't want anything of such. As we speak today, all the easterners, the project, we have it southeast. This is another gigantic one of taking off from Lagos to Sokoto. Exclusion of South. Look at the billions. Inclusive, we are going to pay. The Igbos will pay, the Southeasterners. You keep seeing them. Where will this government look at the Southeast and say, yes, they are part of Nigeria? When the type of project is being planned, they should be there, they should be part of it. Why can't we have a rail system from Lagos to Enugu or Goja? A rail from Lagos to Goja. We will go to the southeast, Bloomberg, straight to Goja now. Why? Because they know the southeasterners or the easterners will benefit from it. But they don't want anything of such. As we speak today, all the listeners, the project we have been asking for, there should be a project that will bulldoze income to Cameroon. The same way they bulldozed Lagos to Balaket, to go to do what is happening to the southeast. Why can't we use Nigeria money to bulldoze income, a highway income? To open up road border.
Thank you.
We are being marginalized. They should tell them that we need to be included.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon.
Thank you.
Under its watch and to cap it off, the roads in right from the first avenue to the third avenue, that is the Alakija side, was smooth. Now today. Hello, sir.
We can hear you.
Yeah, so, but the issue that I have with is that with the part where he is now is my concern, because he may not be able to, convince his people otherwise. What we are facing under this administration is not, is not it. And the borrowing, what we are talking of construction. That's my area, sort of. We are talking of the bridges and whatever. Let me tell you, the humongous money that is being expended. They are talking of the concrete works. Concrete pavement is not supposed to be done throughout all sections.
Okay.
You apply concrete sections on, where you have carried out soil investigation, where those areas, are prone to, failures. Maybe, but when you now allow concrete section throughout, it doesn't justify the cost.
Thank you very much.
We are paying, the masses are paying humongous for it.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Donovan, please, you need to re-invite that doctor to your studio again for eyes problem to come next week, because all Nigerians now have eye problems. So that.
Is he not aware that people are all just ends, people are all tired, people are all. I meet a man the other time. Last 2 months I was in Nigeria. I was in I did a profession saying what was too expensive. I said I can't be spending money and be on something that I'm not educated for. And then because I think I was sitting there. People they said to me, sir, is it supposed to be responsible? He said, why? I said to him, anyway, it's not one. It's a choice. Again, it's supposed to be responsible. Then the contract had been working for 72 good hours. And then I'm supposed to put it and other people call for the and all that. For telling that people to pay for 72 hours, he has not their custody. And not only that, he doesn't know where the money is going.
Nigeria is full of complaint, and if we continue to listen to the complaint of Nigerian people, you will never get away from here. But the saddest thing is that after they complain, what did they do? They go back to the status quo. That's the difference. They complain and complain and complain. After they complain, they go back to the status quo. When you see them, Nigeria, they are very good in complaining. Just as they are complaining now for election, electoral chairman, they will only complain, make noise. And Buhari said it, that Nigerians will only talk and talk. When they talk, they go and sit down. And that is what they do. If you enter their call, they call and complain and complain. But when it comes to taking action, you see Showore have been calling for revolution for so many. Showore have gone to jail for calling for revolution. He come out and he begin to call for revolution. Who listened to him? Who? Nobody listened to him. They take him as a joke. Even when he's putting his life on the line for revolution in Nigeria, they take him as a joke. That is how bad it is in the zoo. They take him as a joke. They take him as a joke, even when it is very clear to the whole world that he is very serious in what he's doing. But the citizens take him as a joke. It is so sad. So, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate all of you that have been with us on this evening program. Tomorrow morning, we are going to come back again and continue the evangelism, continue the message and preaching. All you need to know is that Islamization is not a joke. It is going to happen, except Nigeria disintegrates. Commodore Olowumi said it, that even if it takes them 1,000 years, they are going to do it. Is it going to happen? It's going to happen. It is better we stop it while we have time. We cannot leave this battle for our children. That is why we have to continue to speak, no matter how difficult it is. No matter the insult, the challenges, we will continue to speak. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of you that have been with us on this program. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Supreme Damazi Nanigan and our Promise Amazi Samanaba. I thank you all for being part of this program. See you again tomorrow morning by the message program. Good night, everybody. Good night.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Hey, they are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, a different heritage, biased and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna oppress us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll on the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of our heroes' blood. Abagana Zobunigwe was stronger than flood, but the juke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home.